My fish pond has been standing empty for almost 2 years. Might this sustainable aquaculture project here in Negros inspire me along the right path?
So good. This is how fish should be done.
So good, no need so sour.
Good morning from here in Bacolod. It's the day after mascara. I like this mask. I have a headband now too. My own bunkag. Let's get on the road. Saravia, or Enrique B. Magalona, is just 30 minutes away, after the historic town of Silay.
Wow. Historic building even has a drive-through. That's awesome. This Kumander reminds me back home. Wow, those buildings. Oh. And a nice old building they put a massive wrangler on the top of.
Welcome to Saravia, and I'm heading towards this huge expanse of fish ponds near the coast to meet a guy named Kiko. So the compartmentalization is for sizing?
Yes, for sizing, because they're highly carnivorous, so they would eat anyone that's actually smaller than they are. I have brood stocks here that's around 5 to 8 kilos. They would easily eat at 200 to 300 kilos. See? The algae, it's the house for the tilapia that the seabass would feed on.
You're using tilapia as feed for the seabass,
exactly,
no?
and
Yeah.
Same with the bangus. So we have bangus on pond 10, which if you would observe, it's already, before it was 80% covered. Now it's clean. This one also has some bangus. It's an ecosystem that I just try to protect. It also has like oysters in it.
Oh, here.
Wow, yes, okay, so you put tires into it for oyster. Oh wow, okay, I see.
Hot production, they easily cling onto rubbers compared to other materials. It's also with plastic.
The number of old tires that are just dumped, that's a much better way to use them, right? Yeah. Even organisms commonly considered pests are harvested here and used as food sources. Hey, good morning. Mangaga.
British pala siya.
Oh,
His son-in-law is British.
Ay, okay.
This is how he stores fresh water.
Like this, huh?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He drains it, he stores it. This is where we
Razor
drink.
clams.
We drank here last night.
Yeah. We'll try them later.
If you would notice, this has a better density with algae. There's sea bass here, so we're going to be transferring some of them to this area once the sizing is done. I need to clean this out properly with bangus also because of the algae which grew naturally. So it's just like a cycle or an ecosystem that we do cleanly, as you would say. We don't practice any artificial practices here.
And your algae is really, really good.
Yeah.
Just looking at it, this is what I wanted before. I remember my disappointment when I saw some of my algae before.
If you see water which is that color, that's a healthy indicator that the algae is growing because of the heat. These are nurseries, as you can see. These are small sea bass that we actually segregated. So they're small, and then there's a certain size, then we'll release them already. But it has to be of the same size. If not, they're gonna eat each other up.
Kaya? Kaya yan, kaya. Ano na? Lumot?
Hindi.
Hindi.
Isda.
Isda?
Oh. Gini. This is where the brood stock is. That's where the big ones are. We try to separate them. The other side, that's where the 400 grammers are. And in this part, we have the 500 grammers. So we try to systemize it in terms of like the sizes.
Yeah.
So to increase the survivability of the species, and at the same time they won't eat each other up. But again, since it's an ecosystem, we need to rest certain areas because there's a stress threshold for each pond. You don't abuse it because the system is gonna break.
Evidence, otherwise it didn't happen, right? So from yesterday, crabs from yesterday, and you grew this yourself, right?
It's in the area, within the area.
Okay, yeah.
It's something that we should actually protect because Sarave is quite known for blue crabs.
That's fantastic. Yeah. You can taste.
We only get it straight from
And the smell, not doesn't
Yeah,
smell.
yeah,
That's the
exactly. But the taste has depth.
Yeah.
It's got this. I always know if food's good when it's like this light flavour. So these are the razor clams.
Yes, these are they're filter feeders. They help protect, clean up the area in terms of like ammonium.
The ones we have are called tuai, and then we also have these snail-like
tuai.
things. We have these.
But these things they actually have different taste notes and it varies on water quality. This is what actually Margarita loves. Margarita Forest is his favorite.
They're juicy and they're not salty. Tells you everything about your water, right?
Yes, it's the water.
This is, I was always, that's actually what I learned before at the fish pond. The water is everything. The quality of the water is everything. And that was actually kind of my guiding principle was keep this water clean. And also, don't make the water there dirty. It comes back.
If you offer them a good, clean environment, you get good produce.
This is Kiko, and he sent me a message a few months back and said, you're doing sustainable aquaculture. And I said,
7 hectares. Go
7 hectares. Wow! No scam. It's true, it's truthful. That's how I know you're telling the truth.
Yeah. You can actually measure it with your drone.
Yeah.
Me and my wife, we started 7 hectares back then. We tried to divert from our corporate lives. What we wanted to do is actually bring back how fish was grown back then, or how we would actually find seafood in the public markets. Nowadays, you can see that most of them, it's like volume driven. Quality wise, it's not there. We get so much allergic reactions because of the artificial feeding that they practice, or the so much genetically modified chemicals that's being thrown in our produce. Hence, we get more allergies. In 7 hectares, we tried to reverse those practices by observing what Mother Nature needs. So what we do is we observe the natural surrounding, try to maintain a balance, and then cultivate whatever we need to cultivate. We grow sea bass, red snappers, mangrove crabs, mangrove clams, horn snails, and navajas or razor clams. So we make sure that everything has a nice balance that contributes and helps us to protect the ponds. That's why you see a lot of algae right now because of the sun. There's a good reaction, and we also grow bangus, but we don't sell the bangus. We only use the bangus to help us aerate the ponds because apparently the bangus, they don't rest, and they actually consume the algae that the pond naturally produces, and then they are also part of the food source of the ecosystem of the ponds or the area.
This is the reason I got into fish farm aquaculture is I like growing things, I like building things, and of course what I did didn't work out for whatever various reasons, but sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. And I love this environment.
Thank you.
It's so calm, it's peaceful. That's also a big factor as well. Yeah, and doing things with nature is always the best way. That's why I came to visit. I want to really show what they do and what they produce, because it's really a different approach than the mainstream, the regular approach, which I also had these battles with the technicians. I had the same battles with the old ways. Why do things the old ways? They don't
work anymore.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
They
we
don't.
need updates.
Yeah, we need to actually
2.2, 2.5,
5.0.
5.0. Correct. Yeah.
We need to realise that our environment is suffering because of us, so let's work with it. That's a big thing for me, actually. I see food, I eat it.
Yeah, same here. That's Chef Ziggy there.
I've seen these tuai in my pond before.
Horn snails.
Yes. I also have these in my pond. Yeah, I recognise these. I have these in my pond too, and I never knew what to do with them. Okay, now I know they can be eaten.
Behind from that.
You have to suck from the big side.
Okay, from the big side. Okay. professionally done. Okay, let's try this.
Better than escargot.
I'm gonna do this.
No,
Better than escargot.
Different.
Different because this isn't cooked with
Different,
garlic
also
butter. Yeah.
different,
Yeah, yeah.
You get it? You have
I did it wrong. Okay, okay, it's almost here.
You have to suck it strong. I can't say it on cam. I can't say it on cam.
This is where you suck. That side.
This so here. It's
It's
coming out.
coming
It's coming out. Okay, okay. So I just gotta keep.
Watch it, watch it.
Ah, okay.
You need more practice, man.
I need practice. Yeah, I have these in my pond.
We can't say it. Turn the camera off.
Okay, okay, okay. Turn the camera.
But actually, you
I
can
gotta
pull it,
learn the technique.
Once you get it, you can actually also pull it.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that's the piece. Now the camera's coming back on after we talk about that. Okay. This isn't working out for me. I'm just gonna put it out. Ah, okay. Here we are. Oh, it's a bit blue. Wow.
Nice, huh?
The colour of that is interesting, eh? And it's good. Wow. Wow, look at the colour on that. And this they tell me is a pest.
Yes.
They tell me you can't do anything with it. Look at it. It's delicious.
Nice, huh?
These things, you know what these things do? They stick to my gates.
Let them stick and then harvest it. So you
Yeah.
have like a good meal.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
better if you cook it with coconut milk.
You've sold me on that.
Chili.
You've sold me. No, you sold me. You sold me my two favourite things. And there's a clam. Right,
Yeah,
I need
That's
to.
yours.
That's tuwai.
Tuwai. Yeah, tuwai. Yeah, yeah.
Those are mangrove clams.
I've had tuwai many, many times. They have a lot of these in my pond.
Yeah.
No, that's not butter, it's water.
Depends with the water. You taste the water there.
I do taste my water sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good water. This afternoon, Kiko is harvesting sea bass for an event the next day, so I'm gonna try some too.
Do you know that
So-
bass, they get stressed?
They get stressed.
Every time we do this, we need to recover. They need to recover for 2 weeks.
What's your sizing here?
It's supposed to be 500 grams and above. So they will select. Chef will approve whether he likes the size or not.
How's this big one here?
That one he's holding is around. Oh, that's around 2.
2 kilos.
Yeah,
Wow.
1.5 to 2.
Malaki. 2 kilos. And I'm gonna get well away from here before I fall in, which should probably happen if. Okay. Here.
Color here is actually really nice. It's golden green. Huwag mo muna ibalik ka.
So that's how you see if it's really
This is
well
good,
fed.
This is good bacteria. That's clean bacteria from the ponds. So
nice.
if you notice the golden green stuff, so that's really good looking fish. That's a happy fish.
That's a fish for selfies.
This is the fish that cost a lot. Sigurado hindi lang pa 700? Kinilo nyo na? Oo. O ngayon, si Chef, ikaw na pumili ng para sa dinner mo. Hindi lahat yan ha? Isusuli lahat. Yan, sige.
Gutom ka.
Kiluin mo lang. Ito, kailan. Ito, sige, lagay mo na. Yan. Kiluin mo lang para malaman ko. Dalawa lang? Uno. Hindi. Hindi namin yan. Diba?
Ayo.
Cherry red is a very good indicator. Cherry red. It has to be really cherry red.
For these fish, it's a second life. Ayo, and then they'll swim again.
Yes.
But then you have to wait for 2 weeks, no?
Yes. They got stressed already. So they're gonna feel bad because they feel that they were betrayed.
Are we making a teleseries now?
Emotional damage!
No! The fish are... I
Emotional
know!
damage! You have to char through the banana leaf because the banana leaf with the burnt scales gives that bittersweet aroma scent in the meat.
Yeah.
So that adds flavor to it.
It's actually just grilled, no? Nothing but banana leaf. That's it.
Simple, simple. Huh? That's the best. Then we can really taste the fish.
Back to the ecosystem.
Oh, look at how
Nice, no?
easy that skin
No,
comes
look.
off. Eh?
Nice, no?
That is what people
Yeah.
disregard.
Basically, the middle there. See how nice?
Yep. Oh wow. Yeah, it just comes apart. So look at those scales, eh? Oh wow. I'm gonna have to video that on the back as well. I want to see it happen again. It's amazing. Yeah, that's. Oh, look at how white. Oh wow. I can just tell from the texture. It's so. It's tender, huh? Tender.
I don't like it overcooked, that's why I have to get it out. No? The center, if you want it cooked a little more, we can return it.
It's
I
not
don't
dry.
like this to dry, yeah.
It's
That's
not
why
dry,
That's why I
exactly.
got it right away. And then I'll just return the center. No, this is the one you eat. I'm already giving you the.
White.
Why?
Why?
You see that oil?
Yeah, exactly. I can see the oil here.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm going in for. The belly, yeah. Oh,
Tian.
look at just the tian. This, you just see it right away. You can see how easily this comes apart. It's shiny. It's not like commercial fish.
The stomach lining, actually I like, but you want to try it?
I've never tried.
You try that.
I'm intrigued by this. Okay.
Go for it.
It even comes on a spoon. That's the intestines. Yeah, that's
No, that's not the intestine. It's the lining.
the lining. I've never seen it look
Try
like
it.
this
How
before.
tasty is this?
Ito yung spoon niya
Yeah. We call here the panga.
Panga.
This thing you should suck on this, man. This is also the best.
The
part.
flavour of this.
There.
People ask me sometimes, does your fish taste muddy? Say if it tastes muddy, then you're doing it wrong. This does not taste muddy.
Yes.
That's the way up.
That's the way.
The flavour. It's better than.
Is it worth the trip?
This is the way we should do fish.
should,
Yes. This would have been worth the trip all the way from Daot. And I only made a trip from Bacolod, which is. I do it again tomorrow, but I'm gonna go.
I suggest that you just keep on hiring until you find the right mix. The one that would actually show a little bit of appreciation towards what you're sharing. Yeah. Because once you find that right person will stick to you.
All right, thank you so much, yeah? And I'll. Yeah, see you again soon. Hey! I've never seen so many school kids walking down a street before. See you soon, huh?
I'll see you.
Thanks, huh? See you soon. Be safe, huh? Bye-bye, bye-bye. All the best, huh? This is totally crazy. Riding back, I knew my mind had been opened. Hello world. Tonight's my last night on Negros Island, my last night in Bacolod, and what a great way to end my stay here. Kiko is really, I like what he does, and I feel much more inspired about aquaculture and fish farming than I have for the last 4 years. What he's doing is really the right way, and it's the way I've been looking for. I'm not going to rush into this, but at least I've got a bit of an idea about the right way to do things. Of course, everything takes time, but what he does is really, it's the right way. Pack my bags, and I'm going to get on the road again tomorrow. See you in the next one.